Hopefully that worked, because sometimes I'll do a video that's way too long, and then my phone will say that it couldn't save it for whatever reason. And then I'm mad as fuck because I done wasted all that time recording a video that didn't record. And then I'm like, fuck it, I'm not going to redo it. Fuck it. I'm going to finish showing these. I showed two, and now, let's see. That's the Baphomet pentagram. That is either onyx or obsidian, and it's got the kraken on the sides. That's a cool one. I like that one. All these are cheap as shit except for this one. The middle one, that's cobalt. I paid $80 for that at a truck stop, which probably ain't worth nowhere near that, but truck stop shit's all so expensive. I paid $40 for that one. I said was expensive, and that it ain't nothing but a fucking decorative little. None of it is really nothing but costume jewelry. Let's see, we got that one, which is purple, and I like purple. That's my second favorite color. My first favorite color is black. Black is number one, and purple is number two. Why, I don't know. It just has been my whole life. It's the colors that I like. I wear black. I have my whole life quite a bit. Here's my birthstone, the emerald. And that's a pretty ass ring, but it's nothing but costume shit too. I like. And this is probably the most evil ring that I've got, but I still hold on to it. It might serve a purpose one day. Yep, there's a G in the middle. Yes, sir. And the only ring that I have that's really worth anything, and it ain't worth all that. I was wearing it on my pinky, but I got it back here now. It's silver. It's a real silver ring. It's just a pretty good-looking ring, and it's made of silver instead of some fucking shit that'll turn your skin green. Found out about why shit turns your fucking skin green. Look into that. That's funny shit. You know, that's pretty amazing. Chlorophyll in plants, which is basically the plant's blood. You take the plant's blood, chlorophyll, whatever you call it, and you take human blood, and you put them and do the atomic makeup of them. They're the exact same. The thing in the plant that takes sunlight and turns it into food for the plant to grow and live on is the exact same makeup as our fucking blood. The only difference is the center element, which in humans is iron, and in plants, I can't remember, I think it's magnesium, but we have iron, which turns red, makes our blood red, and it has a different element, which I think it was magnesium. Whatever it was, it makes it greenish. That's the only difference between the plant's blood and our blood. It's also pretty amazing that we breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon, and the plant breathes in carbon and breathes out oxygen. So we are, together with the plants, the perfect combination for life on this planet. And yet here all these fucking rich people, all these people that's in power, that runs everything, for so long now has been cutting trees down, taking plants out. Let's cut these trees down. We want to make this a field. We want to be able to build a house on top of the hill and then look out and see the fields and then have the beautiful view. Take all them fucking trees out. Fuck you taking the trees out for? You take too many of the trees, we're not going to have enough oxygen for us to live, so we're going to die too. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. There's a symbiotic thing going on with humans and plants. And you want to go kill the fucking plants? Y'all fuckers are stupid. And we following right along with their fucking plans. So who's really stupid here? The 1% that's talking all of us into doing it, or us following them? Who's really the stupid ones? Why in the fuck ain't we done went and took them over yet? Why in the fuck ain't we put them in their fucking place? They're the ones that needs to be sitting in a jail cell for the rest of their fucking lives with no visitation and no fucking freedoms and no... They just sit in there with their own fucking thoughts, and we need to keep them as healthy as fucking possible and make them live as long as fucking possible so they can sit in that fucking jail cell and they can think about all the fucking evil shit that they've done. That's what we need to do. We need to make them talk, spill all their guts so that we fucking get all of them and not just a couple. I say this a lot, and I'm hoping I lost my train of thought on that one. Oh, I make these videos basically for my great-grandkids and great-great-grandkids and everybody else that cares anything at all about knowing their ancestor, their granddad, great-great-granddad, whoever they am to you, anyone at all that cares anything about Calvin McFalls II. I make these videos for y'all. I don't make these videos for all the people in the world to really truly see and get knowledge and wake up from, even though if they do, I'm good. I'm hoping that you will do some research. Do your research. Look for yourself, especially while we got the tool of the internet to look at it. I mean, you can find so much. By the way, they've been deleting the internet, but even though for a long time I thought you can't delete the internet. Once you put it out there, it's out there. Nope, they've been deleting the internet, and they've proven that. Some of these people that does this, all this research and stuff that they do is proven that they have been deleting shit. They used to go on a search engine and pull up, search for something, and you'd have hundreds of pages, and you'd go through each page, and it's all different. You'd get a different source. Every one would be different all the way through. Might be 138 pages, and all the shit was different on there. Now you go through 14 pages, and it starts basically back at the beginning. You got the same 14 pages again and again and again. You can go to a page 138 and look at the exact same motherfucking thing that was on page 1. They've been erasing the fucking internet so that we don't have access to all that we thought we had. I have news for them, dumb motherfuckers. Dumb as fuck, even though you think you're so fucking smart. Nothing is truly erased. Everything will be in the Akashic Records, and it's there for us. We might not have access to it on this fucking phone or on the computer or on our keyboard. We might not have access to that there. But when we leave this body, or if you have the ability, and some people do, to get into those Akashic Records, it's still there, and it always will be. My whole life, and there's going to be people who care enough or is interested enough to look back on this life and see everything. They will be able to. Every fucking thing. Everything from me as a teenager playing on myself, watching pornos, all the way through every fucking thing, period. There's no hiding any of it. So you think that your secrets are secret Well, you keep a secret from us here now on this planet, going through this life. But once we leave this, there's no secrets. It's there, and we're gonna see it. Anybody who wants to look is gonna be able to see every fucking little thing, no matter what it is. They're gonna be able to see it. So all you fucking people out there that's hurting other people for adrenochrome or for your own sadistic pleasures, you think that you've gotten away with it because you're rich, because you can do these things and nobody's gonna. I hate to tell you, yeah, we're gonna be able to see. We're all gonna be able to see. And the ones of you that's already been put out there a little bit, Hillary, Alistair, all of y'all motherfuckers. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna say, hey, I'm really curious. I heard a lot about that bitch doing this, that, and the other, and I really didn't know. So they're gonna go and look. And when they go and look, they're gonna be like, oh. Oh my God. Wow. Oh, that bitch is evil. That bitch is so fucking evil. Ain't no hiding it. All you secret motherfuckers. All you secret society motherfuckers. All you motherfuckers that think y'all are so fucking special. You got the knowledge of the real shit. Then if you really got the real knowledge, then you already know. You keep that shit secret if you want from us here now. But it ain't gonna be secret when we get there. Ain't gonna be a fucking thing you can do to keep that shit from everybody being able to see it, find out, know. We're gonna know. Maybe that's where hell comes in at. I don't know. I hear there's no hell. What hell? I've heard that what hell there is what hell you make. It's your hell. You make it. And when I think about how everybody's able to see whatever the fuck it is that they choose when they go there, and everybody that sees this woman abusing little children, babies even, and then fucking doing heinous things, something tells me that you're gonna have a lot of fucking angry people looking at you saying, how could you? How could you? Hell might be real. I don't know. I've heard that it ain't. I've heard it's what you make of it. But if you've done all these things, I'm sure that's a good possibility you are making a hell of a hell for yourself, because I'm living a life alone right now. I don't know. I've seen a lot of these videos of people talking about the chosen ones, and the ones that's going through lives like I'm going through right now, and oh, you're chosen. You're living a life that you're living because you're a chosen one. And I'm like, I hope I'm a chosen one. I want to have a great impact. I want to be a real force. I want to affect things in a big way. I want to be a chosen one. You know what I mean? I think most people want that, and I do too. One thing's for sure, I ain't been nowhere near as bad as a lot of people that I've heard of and seen, and people that steal from their families and do bad stuff to their fucking family, and their families are still there for them. I ain't done none of that, but I still ain't got no family there for me. My mama had me as a baby and didn't want me then. I was a baby. I hadn't done nothing at all. She didn't want me then. She still don't want me today. She's just a person that only cares about her and what she wants, and she don't give a fuck about her own children or anybody else. She had another son after me and gave him up completely for adoption. Don't know nothing about him, where he's at, nothing, and I don't neither. I got no way of finding him that I know of. I'm sure I probably could if I really, really wanted to. I'd probably be able to. I mean, I'm a smart guy, fairly resourceful, But yeah, she didn't want me. She didn't want him. That's the only two that she had, but she didn't want neither one of us. I didn't do nothing to deserve that. Not then, not now. Took me a long time to come to this, but yeah, I've come to that conclusion. It's not nothing that I did, and I got two half brothers out there. I ain't got nothing to do with them. They don't got nothing to do with me. And one of them claims that the reason is because I'm so much like our father. We have the same father, different mothers, and I'm so much like our father. None of us liked our father because he wasn't very good to any of us. But that's bullshit. Either way, I'm not your father. I'm your brother. All right. And I try to tell you if you're whatever I think is right, and you want to take it, take it. If you don't, don't. But you know, it's not like I force anything on you. I'm just me. And I'm not been bad to you whatsoever. He claimed he mad at me because I pulled his hair when he was a kid one time. I pulled your hair because this is right after his mom, which was my stepmom, and our dad split apart, and they went and got an apartment. So he was living with his mama, and I went over there to see him. And he was so disrespectful to his mother. Oh my goodness. And I thought she was one of the best people in the world I've ever met. And I was like, man, you ain't gonna treat your mama like that in front of me, boy. I will whoop your fucking ass. And I did. I didn't whoop him, but I pulled his hair and I put him on the couch and I gave him some shit. I said, well, boy, I will whoop your fucking ass. You don't disrespect Ellie Mae. If you do, I will whoop your fucking ass. Alright? And I pulled his hair. And that's one thing that he holds against me. Oh, I'm a bad guy. I pulled his hair. Well, look at how you was doing your mama. And your mama didn't deserve that. She was too lenient with him and let him get away with it. And that's why he would act that way. And I understand that. But still, I ain't going to let you get away with it. You do that shit in front of me, I'm going to whoop your fucking ass. And I told him that, and I meant it 100%. You a grown man now. Are you mad at me because I pulled your hair, or that I'm a stern person that speaks my fucking mind? I tell the truth. I speak the fucking truth. Period. And you want to not have nothing to do with me because I speak the truth, because I'm straight up I'm open, honest person. That's the only reason that I can think of. You want to use any of my past against me to say, oh, I don't like that because you whatever. What have I done to you other than try to make you see the error of your ways and disrespecting your mama when you was young? What the fuck other than that have I done to you to deserve just being completely shunned? Have I stole from you? No. Have I ever really hurt you other than pulling your fucking hair? I mean, did I really fuck you up, man? Don't forget, I've spent 19 years in prison. You know, I could probably put it on your ass if I really wanted to. Did I ever do that? No? Oh, okay. Have I ever cheated you out of anything? No? Oh. Would I do something for you or give to you if it was something that you needed and you come to me? You fucking ain't right, I would. I'd be right there for you. You're my fucking brother. But yet, here I am not having nothing to do with my brother because of that. Got a daughter that's 30, got 6 babies of her own. She don't want nothing to do with me. I was locked up while she was a kid. I was locked up. And then when I got out, she was an adult and she started coming around. All those years I was locked up, you didn't fucking write, even though I was sitting there thinking, man, I wish I had her address. I want to write her a letter, and you know. But no, but she could have found me just like that. She did find me. She knew when I got out. She knew where I was at. She come there. She came to me after I got out. She knew how to find me. She didn't write me in prison. I never had her address to write her or a way to find it neither. I didn't have. You don't have the fucking internet in prison. Hell, you can't even get certain books while you're in prison. You can't get nothing on Egyptian while you're in prison. They won't let you have it. You can't have the Kabbalion, the I Ching. I'm pretty sure that you can't have that. I never really thought about looking for it and didn't even really know about it. But it's an ancient book. It's a very ancient book the Chinese have on true workings of the universe, of everything. And it's good shit, man. It's just as good as the fucking Emerald Tablets or the fucking Kabbalion. It's just as good. Oh. You ain't getting nothing on tarot. You ain't getting none of that. You ain't getting nothing on... You ain't getting much on astrology, really. I mean, you're not going to get much on that. You might get something on Zodiac, maybe. I didn't really get into it because I didn't... You can only have 12 books. You could order from a book company, your own personal books, 12. You could have 12. If you order more, you could send some away and get, but you can only have 12. So I had art books. I had Spanish, 2 Spanish books for learning Spanish, which I taught myself Spanish while I was locked up. And taught myself a lot of shit while I was locked up. But yeah, if I'd have known, I would have definitely got the Kabbalion, the Emerald Tablets. I would have got the I Ching. Fuck, man. But there's a lot of shit they won't let you have. Which really sucks, because they're keeping you down even more, like by doing that. Why the fuck can't I have the I Ching? Why the fuck can't I have the Kabbalion or the Green Emerald Tablets or Egyptian anything? Why? What is it? What do you? What the fuck are y'all saying that I can't have that for? What the fuck? Really? That's crazy. You just want to limit a motherfucker completely, 100%. You just want to stomp on them. And one thing they always like to say is how your ass belongs to the state. You're a possession of the state now. You're a number. I hate to tell you, that's what they think about all of us. From the day we're born and your parents sign that fucking birth certificate, that's what they believe, that you are owned. They own you. That's what they believe. I'm hoping, I don't know, by the time somebody sees this video, I'm hoping that maybe shit's done changed by then and gotten better, you know, and truth starts coming out for everybody. I believe that's what would change the world. I think that would change everything, just like that. If the truth had to be told no matter what, there was no hiding the truth, period. That would change it all so quick, so fucking quick. There'd be no more fucking lies told nowhere. Oh my goodness, what would that be like? That would be so fucking awesome. If you do something, you're gonna pay for it, no matter what. You're gonna pay for it. People ain't gonna be doing shit. People ain't gonna be doing nothing. They're gonna be walking the straight and narrow. Well, guess what, people? I hate to tell you, every fucking thing is known when we get there, period, regardless. This life that we're living is not the true life. This is not our real reality. This is a fucking very brief span of nothingness that we're here for, and everything that you do here, everything you say, everything you think, all of it is gonna be in record there, and not just for you, but for everybody. They're gonna be able to see, hear all of it, every bit of it. You think that you're gonna fucking be in a secret society here and fool everybody? When you get there, Everybody's gonna see. Everybody's gonna know. There ain't no hiding. My hair's getting a little longer. Getting I don't think I'm gonna make it long enough to where it'll be where I really want it at. I want my beard all the way down here, and the fucking hair I'd like to see down to my ass again, like it was when I was younger. But I don't think I've got that much longer. I did a tarot reading the other night, and I was so excited after I did it, man. I pulled 3 from the major arcana, and the 3 that I pulled was the Sun, the Empress, and the Emperor. That was the top. And then I pulled 5, and then I pulled 3 more, and then I cut the deck, and where I cut it I use as the last. So it's 12 altogether. Wait a minute, 3, 5, 5, yep, 12 altogether. That's the way I do it. Everybody might do it different, but my reading basically come up saying that that I've got wonderful stuff about to happen, and I'm looking at it as one or two things. Either one or two things. This is the way I see it. I'm hoping I'm right. But here very shortly, like within the next couple days, or at least within the next couple weeks at the most, that it's saying that I'm going to be leaving this body and going back, which I do believe I've got great things coming for me when I do that. So either that's going to happen, or I'm going to get my disability or some kind of money coming to me now that's going to lift me up out of this big depressive slump that I've been in for 3 years now. You know, I'm over 24 months behind on my rent now. They had court a couple weeks ago for my eviction. I didn't go. I'm not going to stand before a judge and let him. They're not going to tell me to rise. Here comes the judge. You got to rise. You got to stand up for the judge. Fuck you. You want me to kneel down too? You want me to kiss your ring? Is that what you want? You got the wrong one, nigga. You got the wrong fucking one. I ain't that one. Not anymore. I used to be. Not anymore. Your whole system needs to come down, and I hope that I got a good hand in bringing it down. I've come out my mouth twice when I was going through all my meditating and all my higher connecting and healing my cancer, and twice this came out of my mouth, and I believe it's true. I was talking to someone and ranting. I was telling them, spitting knowledge, because when I was learning all this stuff that I was learning, I couldn't help it. But when I'd talk to someone, I'd get hyper, and I'd be spitting it out at them, and they'd think I was crazy as fuck, which I probably think the same thing if somebody's doing that to me. But I couldn't help myself. I couldn't. Now I've got better control. Somehow something snapped. I can learn something today, go out there and talk to somebody, and just keep it to myself, because I guess I've tried so hard to push knowledge that I was learning at other people, and they just wouldn't take it. They wouldn't believe me, or they'd think I was fucking crazy. So I guess over time I started realizing no matter what I do, they're not going to take it. They're not going to take it unless they're ready for it or want it. So I'm not. So now I'm a lot calmer and cooler when I'm learning something that, even if it's exciting to me, I don't necessarily have to push that out there on somebody else, because people ain't taking nothing unless they're ready for it. Something changed over time, but anyway, when I was first learning it, and I'd get to talking to somebody, and I'd be crazy, and I'd be, putting it out there at them and shit. If you look back at some of my old videos, you'll see some of that, because I would get excited about the stuff that I was learning, and I'd be trying to put it out there, and I wanted to change the world, and I wanted people to see what I see and the way I see it, and start fucking making this change, right? So that's where I was at with it. Now I'm a whole lot calmer and cooler about it, and I've got so much knowledge in here that's fucking, it is crazy. But when you learn all the shit that I've learned, but not only learn this stuff, but have experiences, real experiences that happens that you're like, you can't explain, but you know it's real because you went through it, you seen it, you felt it, you know, you just know it's real. It's fucking real. This ain't no crazy shit. There ain't no hallucinations. There ain't no fucking none of that. This is real shit. And that's where I'm at with it now, to where I've learned so much and I've experienced enough to say, yeah, this supernatural shit is definitely real. And God, when you think about it, and a lot of people say, you know, they believe in the Bible and they believe in God, but when you start talking to them, you realize they don't believe what they're saying that they do believe. They don't believe God. They don't believe the Bible. They think that it's parables, and just they tell this story to try to make a point. No. No. The shit that's in the real scriptures is true. Giants walk this earth. Giants is on this earth today that's hibernating. The Leviathan is fucking real. The fucking end of the world is going to happen, just like I said. The firmament is real. This world is not a ball spinning and flying through space. We're on a flat plane with a dome that's over it that protects us from the waters that's up there from coming down on us and drowning us completely. Because we breathe the oxygen, which is another form of water. It's just another form of water. This that we're in right now, we call air, is just another fucking form of water. It is a less dense type, but it's still just water. This is oxygen. What is water? Oxygen. Oxygen. It's just less dense. When you believe the Bible, you believe it 100%. You believe God 100%. You realize that God can do any fucking thing. It don't matter what the fuck it is. He can do anything. I don't give a fuck what it is. So if you don't want to believe in vampires, and you don't want to believe in werewolves, and you don't want to believe in dragons, you don't want to believe, but you want to believe all the shit that they've been lying to you about since the day you were born. Look up the fucking birth certificate shit, man. When you're born, they make a birth certificate for you. They prick your fucking heel and put blood on that little fucking paper and send off to find out your ancestry, and they find out a lot from it, a whole lot. They find out your stars, your star chart from your fucking footprints. They find out, but anyway, the birth certificate itself, they use, it's trust, it's a bond, and they use that to get money against you for the remainder of your life, that you're going to pay in so much on your taxes when you grow up and go to work and all that. You're going to be paying taxes back to them. So they're borrowing money on you and your birth certificate, and they borrow that money to use and invest and do whatever the fuck they do. And then you end up working your ass off and paying taxes in, so that they use the money to pay them back. That's how they get a loan on your birth certificate the day you're born, and use against your life. And it's all for their fucking bullshit power and them to be rich and keeping you a fucking worker bee all your fucking life, and you're cattle. You're sheep. You're a fucking sheep to them. You're a sheep. So when you start realizing some of this stuff, and you start seeing some of the stuff that they put into their fucking Catholic Church, their King James version, all the shit that they changed and all the shit that they added in make you feel like you're supposed to be the sheep. You're supposed to be the not true. Truth is, the Creator gave you life. Your parents can't give you life. They come together and their genes combine to make your body for you, but the only one that gives the life is the Creator. And that one that gives life to you is in you. You are sovereign. You are meant to be here in this body to represent the God that gives you life. So how you gonna represent it? Are you gonna show the fucking satanic, evil fucking side that don't give a fuck about nothing but this materialism, this body, and this pleasure of the flesh? How much money you can take from everybody else, and how much more you can elevate yourself above all the rest, so that you can say, hey, I drive the best cars and live in the best houses and take the longest, nicest vacations and fuck all the most prettiest women, or whatever you're into. It's funny how it works that the whole world was against homosexuality, to where homosexuals would spend their whole life trying their best to hide it. All the way up to what, 50 years ago? No. Yeah, 50 to 80 years ago. Then within the last 100 years, it's been more and more coming to the forefront, to where, and don't you think it's funny that the percentage used to be, I think it was 1.8 or 2%, somewhere around in there. And in the past 20 years, it jumped up to 21%. That's a big fucking jump. How in the fuck does it jump like that? From less than 2% to over 20% in less than 50 years. That's pretty fucking amazing. Well, it's not really that amazing when you realize that we run off of all these minerals, all these chemicals that our body produces, and that you can manipulate with outside chemicals and outside different things, different types of drugs. And I'm not talking about cocaine, marijuana. I'm talking about dopamines, serotonins. I'm talking about all kinds of different shit, man. Fucking sugar is a fucking drug. Sugar is a big drug. People don't realize. They think sugar ain't no drug. You can't get high off sugar. Bullshit. For one, you can get high off sugar, but not like cocaine. But it's more addictive than any of them. It's more addictive than nicotine. And nicotine's one of the most addictive that we know of, that we use on a regular basis. Well, they've been giving us these chemicals that's making people ADHD, homosexual, highly emotional, they've been producing this shit and giving it to us. The fluoride that they give to us in the waters and in the toothpastes is not that. Fluoride is made naturally under the earth and in caves and underwater, all these different places. It's made naturally. But the fluoride that they're putting in all this shit and giving to us is not a naturally made fluoride. It is a byproduct that is made when they are doing something with the aluminum, making alloys or whatever. It's a byproduct. And they started saying discarding the fluoride at one point, and it was like, well, damn, man, why don't we figure out something to do with this stuff? So they started feeding it to us. And then they realized that it fucking calcifies your pineal gland. Your pineal gland is basically the main source antenna that we get our life force from above. That's where our life force comes down. So basically, this fluoride that they're feeding us dumbs us down and makes us farther away from our true self, from our true power, from the higher realms where we get our life force from. It dumbs us down and blocks it. There's so much shit, man, that people should learn and study and figure out for themselves. They're doing all this shit against us so that they have power over us and they get to live wonderfully, doing everything they want to do and never have to pay, never have to go to prison, never have to worry about anybody shaking a finger at them. They can snap you in half just by saying, hey, I don't like that guy, go kill him. Boom, it's done. They can go live their whole life whenever I happen to work a day in their life. I wonder if Donald Trump's ever worked a day in his life. I wonder if he's ever spent one full day, an 8-hour day, just a regular 8-hour day. I used to work 12-hour days. Well, I used to work 12-hour days when I worked for Tyson Chicken, standing on a chicken line. I worked 14, 15-hour days as a truck driver. I mean, basically your whole life is the job, but I mean working, actually working. But I just wonder if he's ever had to work one 8-hour day in his fucking life. I'm not talking about working as in giving a little 2-hour speech and then going and getting on his plane, flying off to the next spot and giving another hour lecture. I'm talking about, does he ever, I ain't even going to say picking up a shovel because I know that's going too far up. Has he ever sat down behind a computer and actually done 8 hours of work in one day on a computer, sitting there making something? You know, actually doing something. You know what I mean? Think about that. Pretty sure he ain't. Every day of his life has been basically what he's wanting to do, what he enjoys doing. He's never, not one 8-hour period in his life ever done something because he had to do that. He had to do it. No, they do what they want to do and they sit back and get free money while we work our asses off to make a fucking living. God didn't give us life to make a living. He gave us life to live it. He gave us life just to enjoy our life. All of us, not just the fucking rich. Not just the ones that take power over the other ones. He didn't put us here to take power over none of the others. He gave us all life so that we could enjoy that life, and He is living it through us, enjoying every aspect in every different way. And we are fucking dumb enough to sit back and let these motherfuckers fuck us. They fuck us. I've been over 2 years now with no income. I've been almost 1 full year now with no food stamps. I went 6 months with no electricity. And I'm going through an eviction right now because I ain't paid rent in over 2 years. He's been good enough to not kick me out before now, but they did start the court process. I don't know what happened because I didn't go. But I can say this, and I hope if anybody hears this, I hope they realize what I'm about to say is, I really don't give a shit how you take it. Fuck it, take it how you want it. If you don't give me a time frame that I have to be out and get my stuff enough time to where I can try at least to get my stuff out of here, because I got a lot of stuff, nice stuff that I put a lot of my money in, all my money in, that I worked my ass off to get, and I put all that money into that. If you send somebody here to try to tell me I got to leave right now and I can't take nothing with me, I got to go, that's going to be a bad day for you, for me, whoever comes here to do that. That's going to be a bad day. That's going to be a real bad day. So I hope that they at least give me notice of at least 30 days, hopefully more, but at least 30 days to be able to say, hey, you got 30 days, so get your shit in order and be out of here in 30 days. You know what I mean? If you fucking don't give me that 30 days or more notice ahead of time, it's coming down on you when we get there, and whoever send here, it's coming down on them and me that day. That day it's coming down for me and those people that you send here. But then when we get there, or when you come there after, I'll already be there. When you get there, it's going to be real bad for you. Oh my goodness, it's going to be bad for you. I started this video without really having a specific thing, but I ain't really felt like making a video because I ain't really caring about trying to wake people up anymore, because either they're waking up or they're not. I don't think people are listening to my videos. Ain't getting no more than between 5 and 25 fucking views anyway. I mean, I make these videos for my family and ancestors later on to look back on and maybe get to see what I was like or whatever. Anybody that does wake up from listening to shit that I say, hopefully you're smart enough to go do some research and not just sit back and take what you're given, but you start doing your research. Knowledge is power. I didn't understand that for a long time because I was getting knowledge. I just didn't know what the fuck it meant to have that knowledge. What do you do with that knowledge? But now I'm starting to realize a lot more. Knowledge really is power, and a lot of people, will use knowledge as growing up, and say, hey, I'm gonna use my knowledge and I'm gonna go get money. I'm gonna start a business, or I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to where I'm an investor and I make money from having money and use that money to make more money, and then they can sit back and live their life more free while they don't have to work and have other people work for them. And some people like me, I'm using my knowledge, not caring about making money, because I probably do have the knowledge to be able to do something like that if I really wanted to, but I'm looking at it like this. I spent quite a few years building myself up to be a truck driver because I just figured that was something I wanted to do. It was easy, it was good money, it's easy money, and I'm doing something that I liked and enjoyed doing, which was driving. But I didn't realize once I got into it and doing it, and once you're in it and you have to do it and keep going, and there's no do it when you want to because you enjoy it, but you actually have to keep doing it even when you don't feel like it. You still got to do it. It kind of sucked. It's very frustrating. It's very, it got to where it sucked. But I put so much time into getting there, and then when I finally got there, and then I got taken out of it by cancer and then broken legs with a motorcycle accident. And now nobody wants to give me a truck and let me get back on the road. It's really, I don't know if I want to anyway, because it is a lot of frustration. I stayed angry so much. Man, I stayed so angry. I think I almost killed some people a time or two just by being an angry motherfucker in a tractor trailer on the road, you know what I mean? And I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to put time and effort into fucking getting something else going either, because I don't know. I think maybe we are in some kind of time right now to where change is coming, and it's going to be bad for a while, no matter what you do. And if I put time and effort into anything else and it falls apart, then I'm going to be really fucked up. I'm already fucked up. I'm like, man, I put a lot of time into being a truck driver. So I'm fucked up over that. But if I put time into something else and then get there, even if it did work, my knowledge, I'm knowledgeable about a lot of stuff, and government and technologies that they have that's hidden from us, to spiritual shit that people just couldn't even understand. I've put a lot of time into my spirituality, man, over at least 28 years now of studying religions and then different spirituality stuff that and having experiences that's just supernatural, wild, but real. They are fucking real. I think what I want now is, if I can't have the power that I want now in this body, then I just want to get the fuck out of this body and go back and then figure out from there, because I don't claim to know everything when I get there. You know, I do feel like I know a lot. I think I know how to move, and I think I know how to keep myself protected, or I truly believe it ain't even so much protecting myself as it is I'm going to be changing others. I believe that. I believe dark evil ones, or dark, however you want to see it. Just because they're dark don't mean they're evil, always. But I don't think I got to worry about protecting me so much as not harming them, if that makes sense. Because I'm an angry man, and I've been angry a long time, and I'm pretty sure it's not going away anytime soon, because I've been through so much and I've learned so much. And I don't know, no matter what your religion or what you believe in, the best thing that I can tell anyone, man, is to really dig into Christianity. No matter what religion you want to believe in, or what any of it, I do believe that that's the number one thing that people ought to look into, because the Bible was made from all older versions. It's very similar, but they made this out of all of that, and I do believe all of that is pointing to truth. So there's truth in it. There's a lot of truth in it. And this is after many, many, many years of studying all different types of religions. So if you get anything from what I say, trust me, when it comes to all this stuff, do your research. Pick it up and look. I mean, I don't think you'll come to a conclusion like I have quickly, because it's taken me many, many years. But then again, with the internet in your hand, you might come to it just as quick as I did once I had that internet. Because I spent over 20-some years without the internet, researching books and whatever way I could on religion. I never believed in God. Even after all that, I didn't believe in any of it. I believe that when we die, this body, we die. We are no more, and our body rots and goes back to earth. It might feed the earth or the plants, whatever, worms, whatever feeds off the body once we're dead. But other than that, we're done. That's what I believed. 20 some years of studying all the religions I could get my hands on. But then when I got cancer and had a few experiences that was real experiences, and studying again all these religions with the internet and all that knowledge in my hand, I've come to the conclusion that the best thing for you to look at is look into the Christianity stuff. It's not just Christianity, it's 25 different religions that's all pointed to the same very similar thing. And I gotta say, I believe God came into a man on this earth to live a life to where people could look at and say, that's a good man, that's exactly how we're supposed to be. And he tried to show us how we're supposed to be, and he was beat down because of it and not accepted because of it. And I believe it's a truth. I believe it's all true. I don't think it was 2,000 years ago. I think it was way back before that. Like way back before that. I'm talking, I mean, these scientists want to say this universe is 13.8 billion years old. Did you carbon date that too, buddy? How'd you come to this conclusion? How'd you get that knowledge? It's 13.8 billion years, huh? How'd you come to that? I just wonder what happens when we go and ask the ancient ones, or the ancient one, the head honcho, the most high, the one that has all their memories still and ain't been erased like we have to be put in this body. When we get back there and ask him, is he going to say, oh, they were right, yeah, 13.8 billion, that's when I started it all? Yeah. I don't think so. I think they're full of shit. Just like Einstein with his theory of everything, and the periodic table with all the elements in the universe, and the multiverse is all right here on this table. We have them all right here. How the fuck you know that? Your dumb ass ain't been outside the firmament. How the fuck you gonna tell me that's everything that's out there? You ain't been outside that fucking firmament. You got the nerve to try to tell everybody else that we're on a ball spinning and flying through space, and all the fucking stars, all the galaxies out there, they're all fucking spinning and flying through space. Here it is over 2,000 years, and all the stars are exactly the same spot they have always been. Why the fuck? How the fuck have they not moved around some? How come Orion's belt, instead of looking like this, ain't went like this, or like this, or like this, or like this? How come it's the same? 2,000 years. That's a long fucking time. That fucking sun, that shit would be done spin somehow around a different way. Closer together, farther apart, a little more crooked to the side, some way. At least some of them stars, if not all of them, after 2,000 fucking years, they're in the exact same way, exact same spot. Fuck you, man. You don't know a fucking thing. You gonna sit here and tell me theory of everything. You gonna tell me. You gonna tell me shit, dog. I'm tired of hearing y'all shit. Meditate, people. That's a good sound advice that anybody can give you. Meditate. When you meditate, you're basically praying. Meditate on a specific thing. If you first meditate, you learn how to meditate on nothing. Shut your fucking everything up. And this is something that I've found out recently that works for me. Everything don't work for everybody because everybody's different. Meditation came to me naturally, really easy, really quick. And I believe it's because I'm a life path 11. I'm a master number 11. I'm an ancient, I'm an old soul, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It came to me like that. I've heard of monks that say that it takes 3 years, 4 years, for some, for most, to have the kind of meditation experience that everyone that you're looking for. When you meditate, you're looking for this experience. You're looking to have this experience happen. And I've heard monks say, oh, it takes 3-4 years for most people to get that. Not me. Right away. Within days, a couple days. I heard this not too long ago, and I decided to try it. And damn if it don't work for me. Alright, they tell you when you start meditating, monks and all, they'll tell you, alright, you want to clear your mind of everything. You don't want to think of nothing at all. You want to shut your fucking mind up. And the easiest way to do it, and not think about anything else, is to just concentrate on your breath. All right, you're still thinking about something, but that something is just your breath coming in and going out, and coming in and going out. When you think about that, and you're thinking about nothing but that, all right, that's good enough to where you can get to a meditation spot where you're just thinking about your breath in and out. Over time, they get into mantras and stuff like that, which, you know, useful tools. It's helpful. It's great. But I heard this not too long ago, and I was like, hey, I wonder if that's true. So I did it, and damn if it don't work. The front of your brain, neocortex, or the cortex, neocortex, is that it? That's where all of our thinking goes. That's where we're always thinking about tomorrow and yesterday and what I'm doing and all that. That's where we think about stuff. The back of your brain, all right, your brain has many layers and many different parts, right? But the back part is the reptilian brain, which is the part that isn't doing all that thinking. It's running your heartbeat, and it's running your breathing in and out, and it's running all these different things that you don't think about. It just happens. It just does it, right? It's not where you think at. Where you think up front and the thing. And this girl was on there, and she was saying, when you meditate, all right, if you sit there and you keep thinking, you're in the front. That's where you're thinking. If you concentrate and you push that to the back and you're concentrating on that back, all the thinking stops. It just stops. I was like, man, I wonder if that works. I'm going to try it. Damn if it don't work. Instead of worrying about my breathing or anything, or just shut up, you know what I mean? I started thinking about, let me push it to the back. Because since I was a kid, I learned how to clear a headache without taking drugs. And the way I do it is kind of meditate, and I'd close my eyes and I'd be thinking of my thumbs inside my head, pushing, working it out, wherever it's out. Push it to the skull, push it past the skull, push it out. And it worked, even though I didn't know about meditating and I didn't know about none of that, but it worked. And I've been able to do it since I was a kid. So now, when I'm thinking, when I get it into meditating or whatever, and I start thinking about a specific area in my head, it's easy for me to do. So I start pushing it back to the back here into the rear part of my brain. Damn if it didn't work. It worked just like that, first time. Which is, I don't know if everybody would be able to do it on the first go like that. I don't think they would. I've heard monks say it takes 3 to 4 years for a person to actually shut their brain up and actually meditate, actually do a real meditation and have that experience, a meditation experience. It took me days, it took me a couple days, it took me no time at all to do that. And I'm no monk. I'm a fucking, I don't know what I am, to be quite honest. I had a guy one time when I was in prison. We got into a little bit of a heated argument, not really, but he asked me, who am I? Who are you? Who are you? And it just come out. I didn't think about it, and I wasn't. It just come out. I wasn't scared of fighting the guy or nothing. It wasn't nothing like that. But it just come out. I said, I'm nobody. I'm nobody. And there was another guy that was like standing over here, and when that guy turned and walked away, because that killed it. That killed the whole thing. He was like, he looked kind of taken aback that I said that. But then he was like, and then he walked on away. I was like, and I looked over at this guy, and I seen his face. He was like, it hurt him that I said that I was nobody. Like it really done something to him. And we talked about it a little later. He was like, man, you know, you're somebody. You're not nobody. You're somebody. It hurt him when I said that. But it didn't hurt me. I didn't think nothing about it. And it came out just naturally, like nothing. So I thought about it quite a bit since, because that guy, it really got to me that it got to him like that. Why did it get to you like that so much? I don't know, but I guess he cared. And I guess he was thinking, you know, we're all somebody. We're, you know, we might not be a fucking NFL football player or a fucking NHL or fucking Einstein or somebody, actor on TV, might not be somebody like that, but everybody, somebody. I don't know. I've thought about it quite a bit since all this meditating and stuff, and I've come to realize that's the best thing that you can be, because that's who you are anyway. You are nobody. When you leave this body, you go on. You are not dead. You are alive, even more so than you are now in the body that you're in. You are more alive then. And then you are absolutely out of that body, and you are out there, and you are free. I've seen the world in like this, but it was like inside of my head. I was around the whole thing, and it was inside, but it was like it was here in front of me, but it was still inside of me. It's hard to explain this, because it was one of those weird situations where it was fucking real. It was as real as I'm sitting here on this YouTube right now, talking into this camera. It was fucking real. But the whole world was inside of me, but yet in front of me right here looking at it, but inside, it's hard to explain, but it was real. When you die, you can be everywhere at the same time. Everywhere, everything, all at the same time. There is no local. There is no body. I am nobody. Right now I'm in this body, and it's very temporary, because I'm hoping that I ain't got much longer to get the fuck out of this body, because I'm hurting. This body has become a hurting thing. I have something broken in my pelvis when I had my accident, and it hurts. So I'm hurting now, I guess because of the way I've been sitting forward and in the camera. Normally I'll lay down a while, and then I'll sit back a while, and I'll do different things, but I've been in this camera now for almost over 2 hours. I'm about to have to cut this one off. I'm putting this one and the other one together to make one, and each one is over an hour long. So I do long videos, but I'm doing it for my family and people that care to know me, not for YouTube. I don't want your monetization. I don't give a fuck about your censorships. Anyone who has copyrights and I'm playing songs on here, I'm not getting money from playing a Metallica song, so why y'all take and put copyright and erase my videos for? I don't know. I'm not making money off of playing a Metallica song on my video. I'm not even making a fucking video for you to watch, or for you, or for any one of these other people to watch. I'm only making these videos for my family or people that care to know me at all. And if anybody else watches it and gets anything from it, awesome. I love that. Great. I hope you do. The only one thing I really want all of y'all to get, and that's, I hope you get it with or without me telling you, but start doing your research. Research for yourself. But know one thing, this body's not us. It's not us. And I am nobody. Right now I'm in this body. And I'm having a hard time with things. I'll be glad to get out of this body. But as long as I'm here, I'm going to try to make the best out of it. But when I leave this body, and I have no body left, you know, I'm going to be everywhere. All at once. All at the same time. It's not just me in this body looking into this camera talking to you. I will be nobody whatsoever. It hurt that guy. I seen it in his face, and it kind of hurt me that it hurt him, even though it come out of me like natural as fuck, and it's just like, no big deal. Who gives a fuck? Didn't care. I didn't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck to be Brad Pitt. I don't give a fuck to be a president. I don't give a fuck about none of that. None of that matters to me. Not at all. Because it matters to you. When I say that I'm nobody, it hurts you to hear somebody say that. I'm glad you care. I'm glad that you care enough to feel some kind of way when someone says something like that, and it kind of gets to you. But when you realize the truth like I have, what I said is absolutely what you ought to be wanting anyway, because I don't die. I'll never die. I'll be alive trillions, quadrillions of years to come. I will be back in the past. I will be up in the future. I will be every fucking where all at once. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around when you think about it. It really is. But that's what we are. That's what I am. And like I said, I've heard it by plenty. Dolores Claiborne. Carl Jung. Fucking. Oh, there's so many different people I've heard say, hell is what you make it. That's what you create for yourself. So if you go to hell, you did it to yourself. And you don't have to. Start doing some research. Get that knowledge. Knowledge is power. Trust me when I tell you this. Knowledge is power. Even if you can't see it like I didn't for so long. I didn't see it. I didn't understand what that meant. I just knew that people say that, and it resonated with me. And I wanted knowledge. And I had plenty of knowledge, but I didn't understand what that meant. All this knowledge, how does it make me powerful? Yeah, it is. It is. Because knowledge really is power. So do your research while you have it to do it with. Because when all this shit goes to hell, they cut off the power and they cut off the internet, and we have no more internet to look at. We might have to go back to reading books if you want to get knowledge, or talking to other people and getting from them what you can get, which is, you get a lot more knowledge when you got this internet in your fucking hand. So while you got it, use it. Get knowledge. Get knowledge. Knowledge is power. When I leave, I know a lot about what happens when I die. When this body dies, I know what happens. Quite a bit. And I don't die. I will never die. I gotta get off here before something happens and it don't let me save it. Anybody out there sees my videos and gets anything from it, good. This is all for entertainment purposes. There's no monetization here anyway, so doing anything with my fucking videos, taking them down or whatever, is kind of pointless. It's kind of stupid. These videos are for my grandkids, great-grandkids, or anybody else who cares anything about me, that wants to know me in any way, shape, or form. I don't care if it's tomorrow or 100 years from now or however long. Hopefully it'll still be there for them to look at. And anybody else that gets anything from it, good. And if not, whatever. But I'm not doing this for monetization, and I'm not doing this to steal copyrights from Metallica or anybody that I play music of, which I'm hoping my music's low enough right now to where y'all can't hear it, and they don't try copyrighting it anyway, because I've had it low, so low, I'm hoping y'all can't hear it. I'm hoping you hear me. Do your research, alright? Do your own research. Pick up your fucking shit and do your own research. Look at what happens after we die, after the body dies. See what happens. It's out there for you to look at. People's been through it, and they got it out there. But also be careful and don't be fooled by people who put shit out just to try to get monetization or likes or whatever the fuck they do with that. I don't know. I don't do none of that for none of that. I'm not getting no monetization. I'm not wanting no friends from this. I just want anybody that cares about me, that wants to know me, will have this, so they can, and they can see what kind of person I was or am, what kind of shit that I was on. High knowledge is all I'm about. That's all I'm about. I love it. Knowledge is power. I love you all, every last one of you. Have a good one.